Welcome, I am FeedBackGaming, where I will show you how to push games to their absolute limits. Imagine this, that the year is 1066. You are a Viking that has settled into Sicily, converted to Christianity, and you have ambitions for an empire. Well, this, my friend, is the story of Duke Robert the Fox. And if you've not already guessed, this is Crusader Kings III, a game where you play as a character in the Middle Ages and guide you and your family to success and maybe some failures in medieval Europe. It starts. Europe, but not the way you know it. Tell me, border lovers in the comments, do you prefer a unified Europe or do you prefer a balkanized? Because this is pretty nice, right? Yeah? And this is pretty nice, right? Yeah? But then, not so much here. Spain, why do you have to do this? And here he is, the man of the moment, Robert the Fox. Once a Viking, now just a Catholic Sicilian Norman. Our success will come through conquest, and that's not going to be difficult because we are an exalted warlord. Check out those stats. Now, this is someone who has the maximum career in martial, but they've also been to university. Did he actually go to university? Someone comment below. Regardless, he's going to take a bit of a U-turn. Yes, he's a fantastic warrior. Congratulations, you've done well. But if we want this guy to live a really long time, we're going to have to do a little bit of whole of body, because health is important in CK3. What, you want to live until you're 80 and 90? Well, this is what you need. Life expectancy is just a number. The path we're going to go down today for our dynasty is the learning path. First trait is not very good, but then you gain piety. Lifestyle experience, that's mad OP. More piety from pilgrimages, and finally extra skill points from your advisors. Very good. If you want the maximum from your armies, which is your men-at-arms, your personal army, you want to assign them to your regions that you currently own. As you can see here, when I assign this here, I get +1 to my siege capabilities for my mangadels. Important if I want to play a long game, where I siege to the maximum effectiveness. The situation log. Okay, there's a few things we don't care about here. Holy Roman Empire, what's that? Accolades, that's a feature we pretend doesn't exist. If we check on our character and see our heir, yes, we can educate our heir. And he's going to be a fantastic bookworm. Yes, education. For speed, off we go. Got some easy conquests nearby around these regions and to the south of Sicily, so let's just gobble those up. Our army is like 4 times theirs, and of course we're leading by Robert the Fox with 34 command ability, so this will be an absolute breeze. Engage, and the first few days of battle is an absolute slaughter. So this is one of the CK3 legends. We have the ability to say that Sicily should be Norman, and we have the claim to all of that, and we gain a free army from that as well. Yes, we pressed all of it, making the Pope very unhappy and also the HRE very unhappy. But we've got ambitions, we've got dreams. As I always say, go big or go home, right? Let's recruit some more men-at-arms, light infantry, recruit as many as we can. Raise those armies. The Muslims have reinforced, and we get to re-engage. But look, we can engage now with a similar army size, but we've got a massive command advantage. Robert the Fox is insane in battle. And as you can see here, absolutely annihilating the opponent. Again, captured. We could ransom for free money, but there was going to be in our favor anyway, so the ransom is kind of pointless, but we gain some money from that. And every time we get an opportunity to ransom, we should take it. Because at the end of the day, we'll gain money, and at the end of the war, we won't get that money back because we'll have to hand over our prisoners anyway. So take advantage of the money and eat them all up. Ransom again, even though the war's already over, we'll take the ransom money, but the war is still in our favor anyway. And again, and again. Sicily is Norman. We've got the first trait on whole of body. This means physicians have better outcomes and cost less to hire. But we don't really need a doctor. In fact, we don't really care for a doctor, but we're going to search for one anyway. Monk says he has a claim to the Roman Empire. Byzantium, we don't use that word on my channel. It's the Roman Empire, okay? And if I press it, we'll go to war against Rome. We also get a 3,000 army for free as well. So why not? With that, we get to press and push for this kingdom of Epirus. I told you we had dreams in Greece. Next up, we need to control our realm. It's having a bit of a problem. So manage domain from my lady. And at the same time, we're going to hand over some of these counts that aren't very useful to us. A noble of Norman culture. Got one. And this one. No, that one's pretty good too. And this one. Now, the reason why we're selecting someone of Norman culture is this balkanize all my vassals. So these vassals are way easy to control because they control a single count. Never get powerful enough to contest me. I don't have to worry about boosting relations with them. This is a simple strategy of making sure your vassals, your internal realm, your politics are always in your favor. Here's our 3,000 army. Add that up with our existing army. Merge. Expand our archers and our pikes and our mangonels. Raise the rest of the armies. Now we've got an option to get a priest. Now this is useful because if we go into our courtiers and then go on this, we can pay a little bit extra money monthly, and this will give more monthly lifestyle experience. And this is a really good way of getting lifestyle points, getting whole of body, and training our rulers really quickly. That's right, your doctor will also educate you in the arts of living a really long time. Actually, it kind of makes sense in a way, doesn't it? But what a doctor's all about. Roman Empire with 3,000 troops compared to our 5,000. This is going to be pretty easy. All we're going to do is sail directly for Constantinople, do what the Turks do, reach the walls of Constantinople, and look how unbelievably easy it is. Gain 38% towards war score, and we're just going to siege up more land and get the war in our favor. Sieging within the Roman Empire is highly effective, and I've not fought a single battle yet. To prove it, look, battles won, 0% war score. I've just done this from sieging. Oh, and I've captured their air. That's probably the biggest factor. That is how we make our very first kingdom. And that is also how we put a pretender on the throne. He doesn't have any family or anything. If he were to have a child, for instance, we could marry into it, and then in the future, we could potentially take over the Empire of Rome. A Norman on the throne of Rome? Now we are a kingdom, and we have loads of holdings. So, same thing we could do before is the Balkanized strategy. Normans seem to be incredibly popular now in Greece. I wonder why. I wonder if having an influence on that is a little cheeky strategy of making a little bit more money. You see this one here that's building something? It's not fully built right now, but if I cancel it, I can gain a refund for a building I didn't even pay for. Thank you for that 1,000 gold. I didn't even pay for. Refund of something that I never invested into. Oh, and this one too? It's just started building. I'll refund this one as well. Oh, and 100 gold. Thank you very much. And the rest are going to be completely balkanized. Apart from this one here. Yeah, that's quite nice. We'll have that one little fort in the hills of Epirus. I was going to say Albania then. Albania doesn't exist. Get out of here. Legitimacy is a thing. And you can see we're below the threshold of legitimacy. To increase legitimacy, you hold courts. And because you're a kingdom now, you have the ability to hold courts. But holding courts are kind of annoying because it's just event spam. So my advice to you is just select the option that gives you something for free. And if it doesn't, just select the bottom option. Promote converting culture in this region. We can easily cancel that. So that one. The bottom one upsets this guy. You know what? I don't really care. And the bottom option also upsets someone else. But is it someone I really care about? Your physician. Probably something I should care about, but I don't right now. There we go. And there we go. We're awarded with 50 legitimacy. To be fair, holding courts is a massive chore. I hate doing it, but if you click through the events really quickly, you gain a nice chunk of legitimacy. Let us continue the campaign of being a bad Catholic. These counts here, we're going to press all of them. They are part of the Kingdom of Sicily that I don't actually have. We actually are the Kingdom of Epirus. We definitely have an identity crisis here. Who are we ruling? Who are we the king of? What are our objectives? We'll show. So right now, we've had a cool event to happen again. We've captured the ruler of this duchy that we're pressing for. Ransom him for 16 gold. We've lost 50 war score, but then we're going to siege this anyway. And then we enforce it. Right now, we managed to gather a little bit extra cash by ransoming, giving him back, capturing again, and then pressing our war goal. Poor ruler has been slingshotted back and forth, and he doesn't know if he's coming or if he's going. The next one is the most spicy, declaring war on our representative on Earth, the Pope. Probably don't want to do this. See the prestige cost? Very high. It'll upset the Pope too, which means you're more likely to get excommunicated. Probably not something you want to do. Well, for now anyway. You currently rule too many duchies. So, two choices. You either destroy them, which hurts your prestige and your legitimacy, or you hand them out. Right now, because we're not particularly loved, probably the best thing to do is hand them out to people that hate us. And just from the pure act of handing out duchies to two of our main men, they now love us. You thought money was a currency. You're wrong. Titles is the new currency. Robert's ambitions have not ended in Greece and Sicily. I see a new Constantinople, and I see that in North Africa, a duchy. Now this is tricky because they have an army size that's very similar to ours. But remember, I am a strategic god. I am a living embodiment of Alexander the Great. So let's set sail. 33 command ability. I think this should be a breeze. And sieging just becomes a mop-up job. Is anyone going to contest us? Oh, we do. We have a contender. The first battle in the North Africa. 18 command ability versus 33. That is a complete rout. Captured, battle won, and the war is over. a frontier into North Africa. And of course, once again, more tiles. But this tile is very important to us. Tunis, look at all those building slots here. These extra additional holdings will give us the advantage of building castles in this region. And this is a really optimal way of playing. So I'm going to move my capital to this region. All right, a new name. New Carthage. Which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's on the same place as the old Carthage. But since we're resurrecting an old idea, it will be new for today. And with that, a new coat of arms as well. You look at this and you're probably thinking, this looks familiar. If you know, you know. There it is. Oh, that is pretty. Now, we need the kingdom tile to go with it. Maybe an empire tile. We'll see. And the same strat. Balkanize all the new counts you've acquired. Let's continue our conquests. Another duchy. Yeah, we'll grab those 2 counts. And because now we're a kingdom tile, we get another men-at-arms slot. Cavalry. For the new capital, let's develop it. Top it off, let's build as many buildings as we can. Top it off, increase control. Captured the king of Africa, which sounds really prestigious, but he controls a single count. Ooh, this is a pretty even battle. So once again, Robert leading the army here. Pop against an almost equal army size with the North African troops. Once again, the big advantage here is just my command ability. 33 versus 18. Even with their advantage in the mountains, it won't help them. Robert, well and truly, is the king of combat. Take advantage of it. Apart from the balkanized strategy, there's also an alternative strategy, and this builds better relations within your realm. And this is how you do it. So first of all, select the county you'd like to hand out, like this one. Then select someone of your dynasty. Going to be family, close family or far away family, doesn't really matter. Most of the time, it will give a boost in relations overall. Top that off as well. You need to make it specifically say it's not a ruler of something already. That way, you're not stacking multiple titles on someone who already is a vassal of your realm. And in this case, your son, a knight, will be perfect. And then just rinse and repeat. Your heir and your nephew. Then again, you balkanize now, but potential for more relations is possible. And when it comes down to keeps within a count that you already own, like in this case, New Carthage, you've got to keep here. Now, don't hand this to a family member. You want to hand this to a generic random nobody. In this case, this guy. Because the beauty of this is whenever you need more control of your realm, you can just hop into the count you already control, select the barony, and then just revoke it. He gets angry, but he's a nobody, so it just doesn't matter. Which creates a system, if you want to consolidate more power in your realm, just go to a count that's your capital, grab them off the baronies, and you consolidate all the power within your primary capital realm. Build everything up from the capital. Everything else doesn't really matter. Looking at you, London. Something extra special as well. Get your bishop to claim this count, just specifically this one, because there's a mine here, right here. As you can see, it gives them extra effectiveness for siege weapons and a massive income increase. So this area is very lucrative. A lot of people who play Vikings like to capture this region and hold it as their capital before they move further eastward, because it is so unbelievably wealthy. Sardinia just became unified and I immediately took it from them. Mine now. Well, not the whole thing, but just that little bottom chunk that has all the juicy taxes. And as I said to you, if you select a region that has multiple holdings, you find one that's blank, build another castle, and it'll allow you to consolidate the amount of power in your capital region. All of a sudden, I retire my loins for God. Give me piety for more wars against the North African Muslims. Hey, holding the court. I want to really know problems in the realm. Let me know. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Well, that was a great court. See you guys in 2 years. Outnumbered. These are the greatest victories, right? Good numbers, but they're still running away. So that tells me I outgunned them massively. Oh, and I catch them on the retreat, and they only had a few numbers left. And you can intercept me again with a smaller army size. You've arrived too late. Divide and conquer. My health is in decline, and I'm not near a whole of body. I've still got 1, 2, 3 traits, 4 traits to get there. So a little trick is to make tournaments. Find a suitable location, suitable terrain, barracks. Oh, here we go. Militia camps and suitable terrain. And we're going to do archery. The contest super cheap. Drop everything down. We're not going to select a champion, and we're going to focus on winning. And as long as you're not on firm, you have the ability to compete in the contest yourself. And when you boost archery, you get a small health boost for each level of archery, up to 3 times. All right, we've arrived. First thing we want to do is go to the tournament grounds. Not always, but sometimes you get the option to increase your possible score. And here we are, tournament time. And we have a winner. It's not me today, but that's okay, because all we're doing is we're boosting our archery skills to potentially gain extra health. So in future activities, grand tournaments, and then notify the potential future grand tournaments. And you could do those every 2 years. Consolidation of North Africa. It's coming together. The Kingdom of Africa, which is a very, very small chunk of Africa. The tiniest chunk, but we'll create it anyway. There we go. Africa is here, but it's not Africa. Of course not. It's going to be my primary title, Neo-Carthage. And we'll be faithful to the color, right? Yes. Yes. Norman? No. Sicilian? Definitely not. Greek? Nah. Carthage? Yep. Oh, another court. Let's hold it. The problems of the realm. I don't care. Loved by the peasants. That sounds not like me, but I'll click that one. And also, start converting. Yeah, sure, whatever. 9 times out of 10, it's like, I really don't care. And then other times, it's like, oh, that's a decent bonus. I'll take that one. I need partition right now. Because if I go for Confederate partition, it means my realm is going to splinter. An easy way of doing it is whenever I do conquest, I can just hand out these titles to people I want to favor. In this case, my chancellor here will grant him this province. Now he loves me. Easy. This guy, would you like this province? Oh, he loves me too. I told you, the ultimate currency in Crusader Kings III is titles. That is a mighty fine Morocco. And also is mighty fine a kingdom level Casus Belli. The whole of this kingdom. Ouch. Hey, we're reaching now. Reach for the skies. Death comes for all of us. At least we know in advance. So we have 2 sons. 27. He's a hunchback. He'll do. And then we have the other son that hasn't come of age yet. I think that's fine. We'll take control of you. Prince Roger Fitzrobert. The saddest part is we're losing our martial god. And he would have been perfect against this war here. Maybe we should just declare the war now. Yeah, we should. Because we're going to lose the Holy War CB later on. So we'll just continue it on from now. The war will continue on to my son. And hopefully at that point, the war will be majority won anyway. And my life has come to an end. The Fox dream of a unified North Africa didn't happen in his lifetime. But the seeds have been planted for that later goal. And he is a learning chap. Perfect. Reset your skills. Learning. And we're going to go straight for whole of body. That way we live to a healthy age of at least 70 or potentially pushing it to 80. When you declare an unbelievably kick-ass war that could change the world and the map of Europe or Africa in a massive way for many, many years to come. And no one seems to contest you. In fact, nobody seems to really even care. Meanwhile, we're very stressed. It tends to happen when you inherit a massive realm. Activities, funeral. And we'll hold a funeral for our past father, the Fox, the Neo-Carthaginian, the first Carthaginian. And that's an easy way of reducing massive amounts of stress. The first and probably the final battle to decide Morocco. And that is the end of the saga of Morocco, man. Definitely this reign of this new king is going to be about consolidating the realm and bringing everything together. Sicily, you big. Wait a minute, I'm not Sicily. I realize I've created a new title here. We are Neo-Carthage. Make primary. And then we have this. The grand handing out of titles. Oh dear. There's no point appeasing these guys at the moment because we don't have the prestige to change any laws anyway. Now begins the age of great consolidation. Been declared on once. Gonna clean that first war up. Then we will look internally. Okay, done. So first of all, I'm gonna hand out a few titles to my relatives. Okay, no more relatives left. Good. Now we can start handing out to random nobles. I'll admit this part is a little bit click intensive. Morocco, balkanized. Next up, my brother. I love you, brother. But unfortunately, you've seized a kingdom title from me, and I need that back. Ruling independent me? No, you rule underneath me. We've got the prestige now, so I'm going to press it. And he's got a very, very small army, so this isn't going to be much of a contest. Let's just land on the capital and make him sign away his kingdom. Yeah, that was pretty easy. The kingdoms have been unified. Morocco has been pacified. I think it's time to go on a hunt. Prestige, reducing of stress. That is what hunts are for. And we need to prove to our realm that we can succeed and rule just as great as our father. We hunt the great beast, the roe. We hold, we fire, and it is a perfect hit. Congratulations, my liege. A grand tournament. We'll hold it in our capital. And it's all going to be about archery because that we've increased the chance of our archery skill, which you can see here gives a small boost to health, another small boost, and a third small boost, which also you reduce the cost of your total army size by 25%, which is massive. So visit the tournament grounds. We're going to try our absolute best to increase our chances. It's going to cause us a bit of stress. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. 37% chance of a win. And the result is, unfortunately, it is a loss. You know, Vassal Knight did take the prize because I've only got 7 in prowess. He has 30. So, yeah, I'm not as good at the military stuff as my dad. But you can see here, even though I lost, I still gained some XP for using my bow skill. So it's worth it in the long run. Whole of body. Not only does it increase my fertility and reduce my stress, but it also gives me a big health boost. This is going to be a long reign. Primary currency might be titles, but the secondary currency is money. Let's become a good steward. The ultimate king accountant. Time to consolidate and connect all the realm. The balkanization has to end. There we go. Unbalkanized. Nice clean borders. Okay, that's it. All I really wanted was this is my domain, and now we're going to be a diplomacy king because we really suck at that. So August is the path now. Prestige farming, diplomacy is the goal. Extort subjects is the unlimited money glitch. The Carthaginian boils. I'm trying to fix Europe's problems and not make new ones. You have a 40% chance of winning the archery contest now. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Finally won. And now we've unlocked the first point of bow giving a small health boost. If you want the best possible character in Crusader Kings III, you have to do this. So you do a pilgrimage, pious pilgrimage for the most prestige. Then, of course, you want to go for Jerusalem. And then you want mercenary guards to reduce the amount of events. And to top it off as well, whoever you take advantage of what terrain you go over, you hire that specific travel advisor. For the time being, we need to just select where we're going. So customize. And here comes the extensive amount of clicking. First of all, we're going to go here because this is going to give us extra stewardship points. Then here for extra marshal. And you get the idea, right? In all the bonuses from all the key places. And by loads of things, having a sea advisor is probably going to be worthwhile. The beauty of pilgrimages, they're so unbelievably long and massive. You could take advantage of visiting a lot of places before you head home. So you're kind of doing a little tour of Europe. And it's better to visit most of the destinations on your initial route than on the return. And the reason why is because when you reach your destination, which in this case is Jerusalem, the pilgrimage is over, and that's when you gain the prestige. You've got more opportunities to gain prestige when you go to Jerusalem. Finally, at the end, you gain the biggest possible reward. I'm going to visit Mecca as well. Why not? And that is pretty much it. What an insanely long route. And it looks like we're probably going to have to hire a sea captain as well. There you go. Looks like we're going to have a few issues in the deserts as well. But when those events pop up, it might help us because they might be beneficial to us. The biggest, longest, most prestigious, pietitious pilgrimage has begun. There we go. These events here give the option to increase the amount of piety gain. More pious. Ah, pious. That's the plural of piety. Pious. And then you visit this location. 200 stewardship lifestyle. And here we gain the marshal, diplomacy, more diplomacy points. This will also give you the wanderer as well. And the wanderer gives you a health boost as well. And just from traveling on the map, which you gain a lot from prestige, you gain a lot of wanderer points. Meanwhile, heading to Mecca. I thought we were meant to go to Jerusalem. Well, we're going everywhere. A trip of a lifetime. And we've finally made it. So as you can see here, we're a tier 3 game. There's 75% boost to the amount of piety we can receive. We also gain pilgrim points as well, which doesn't actually do anything. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Boom. Wanderer level 1, gaining a small health boost. And almost seasoned. So you've probably been seeing this at the top of the screen here. I'm over my vassal limit. And because we've balkanized everyone by spreading our vassals over single counts, this is what tends to happen. Now, the way you get rid of that is to make dukes or kingdoms and then shuffling all those counts underneath it. The way I see it is eventually these guys will grow in power. They'll accumulate more titles from their neighbors, and eventually they'll form duchies of their own. And in that circumstance, this problem will kind of just magically fix itself anyway. So at this point, I don't even see it as a big deal. Another grand tournament. Let's max out our archery, and we'll give ourselves a big prize. Oh my goodness, so expensive. Okay, maybe not. All right, can we win this one? Our whole lives have been training up to this point. I think our skill level is max now. 16 in prowess. Still not incredibly large. It's not exactly maxed. However, we have a lot of training in this. 60% chance of a hit. And the result is... that's a win. Chicken dinners for everyone. Oh, and we won a goblet that does absolutely nothing. but it's worth 50 gold, so why not? And there we go. Maxed out on bow skills. Got a claim on Sardinia, so I'll just mop that up now. And seeing as over the years I've trained myself to be quite a military man, I'll lead the army. Oh wait, I've only got 9 command. Oh well, army's so big, it won't even matter. Easy. Now we have the option right now to form our own empire. Now that sounds so cool. However, it's incredibly expensive. Look at that. 2,000 prestige, 1,200 gold. No, we're not going to do that. However, it is the natural progression of Crusader Kings III. But there's a bigger exploit. Probably the biggest exploit. And it has the ability to eat the entirety of the Holy Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire. Or, for any fact, any other empire. We'll come back to that one later. I'm going to do what Carthage did. And let's take a chunk out of Iberia. A foothold into Iberia. After holding the Rock of Gibraltar, your whole country gets plus 10% development. That is insane. So insane, I'm going to hand out one of my other counts just so I can hold Gibraltar. And same again, if you're going to do another pilgrimage, visit somewhere different. At the same time as you go, visit as many locations as possible to hoover up all the XP. I'll be fair, this is actually really fun. This is a really good mechanic. I like this. Ends with a loop around the UK. And we'll get a captain and mercenaries. This will max out my traveling, which will give me that a little bit of XP for that trait to eventually give me extra health. Carthage has flourished. Our borders are massive. Our kingdom is huge. It's time for an actual culture. Carthaginian, where we have full control to adopt what innovations we want. It's time for the ultimate strat now, though. So, well focused. We want meritocracy. Meritocracy is insanely strong. It allows you to claim your liege. But we don't have a liege. We're the top of the hierarchy, right? No, we're not. Swear fealty to the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire is about to have its biggest border change practically ever. And it kind of looks very Byzantine-y, doesn't it, if you think about it? At some point, the Byzantines did control a vast majority of this. The Emperor claim the throne. 95% chance. Wow. Oh no, he's our friend. I feel bad now. He's no longer your friend, and now he becomes your rival. But still positive relations. It's insane. 90% chance for a press claim on the Byzantine Empire. I'm sorry, Roman Empire. Pop. We got it. There we go. A press claim for the entirety of the Byzantine Empire. I'm about to become an emperor. Boom. Carthage is possible. Could either be the Byzantines I could have taken out or the Holy Roman Empire. Robert the Fox. To his son, the despot Roger. He well and truly ruled Africa, Sicily, Epirus. Definitely made his stamp in North Africa. What a lad. Massive thanks to the patrons listed on screen. You are keeping the channel alive. I salute you.